Hi everyone, welcome back to JDCodebase. Today we are solving LeetCode 189 rotate array, which is part of the LeetCode top interview 150 list. This problem looks simple, but many beginners get confused here, especially with the optimal solution. So don't worry, we will go step by step and really understand it from the scratch. So let's first understand the problem in simple words. We are given an integer array called nums and a number k. So our task is to rotate the array to the right by k step. And very important point here is the rotation must be done in place. And we should not return anything. We must directly modify the array. So basically the final rotated array should be stored inside the same way. Now let's understand this with an example. In the first example, nums 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and k is equal to 3. And rotating to the right by 3 means last 3 elements come to the front. So remaining elements shift to the right. So output becomes 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. And second example is same. Nums array minus 1, minus 100, 3 and 99. And k is equal to 2. So after rotation, it becomes 3, 99, minus 1, minus 100. Once you see this visually, the problem becomes much clearly. So let's quickly look at the constant. The array size can go up to the 1 lakh. Yes, and which means inefficient solution can fail. And that's why the time complexity matters a lot in this problem. And this is the reason we will first see a brute force solution, then move to the best approach for this. Now let's start with the brute force thinking. The idea is very straightforward. Rotate the array one step to the right and repeat this process k times. Each rotation moves the last element to the front. This method is easy to understand but not efficient for the large values of k. So let's see the algorithm for this. First, we store the length of the array in n. Now there is a very important step that beginners usually ignore. We do k is equal to k modulo n. Why? Because rotating an array n times gives us the same array back, and if k is greater than n, those extra rotation are useless. So this line remove unnecessary work and improve the performance. Like if k n is equal to 5 and it's 5 and k is equal to 7, then for this we have to first rotate the whole array, then after the after the 5 elements seen, then we have to again give the 2 elements. So if we apply this modulo, then 7 modulo 5 gives the 2. So means in the 2 rotation we get the answer. That's why we have to write this k modulo n. So let's see the brute force code. Let's move to the brute force LeetCode and write the solution for this. So here we have the get the nums array and the number k. First let's define the n equal to nums dot length, and again modify the k modulo n. So here we store the array length in n, and then we reduce the k using the modulo operator. This ensures no extra rotation, faster execution, safe index usage. So let's start a for loop for let I equal to 0, I smaller than k and I plus plus. Now this loop runs the k times, and each iteration represents one right rotation. Let last element is the nums of n minus 1, means we extract the last element from these nums and start a for loop. Let j equal to n minus 1 and j is greater than 0, j minus minus nums of j equal to nums of j minus 1. So here this loop shift all the element one position to the right, this one, and after this loop complete, initialize nums of 0 equal to last. And finally, we replace the store last element at the index 0. So let's run this solution. So this completes the brute force solution. Yes, it accepts the both test cases. Let's submit. Yes, see this TLE, because the time complexity here is big of n cross n, or n cross k, which is very slow, and the space complexity is big of 1, and because of high time complexity, this solution is not recommended for the interview. If you see, let's move to the next approach, the optimal one, reverse method. So instead of rotating again and again, we use a smart trick called the reverse method. Steps are simple: reverse the entire array, then reverse the first k element, reverse the remaining elements. This approach is fast and work in place. So let's see the algorithm for this. Again, we start the same way. Take the means and initialize a n and compute the k is equal to k modulo n. This step is still very important where because it keeps indexes valid, it ensures correct reverse boundaries. Then reverse the whole array 0 to n minus 1, and reverse first k element 0 to k minus 1, and reverse remaining elements k to n minus 1. So let's see the yes, the helper function for this for reversing the element basically. So let's move to LeetCode and write the code optimal solution. So here define the let n equal to nums dot length, let k equal to k modulo n, and again we normalize the k. This avoid the unnecessary operation and logic is error, and write a helper function first. Function reverse, and this taken nums left right, and this function is a part of the means reverse a part of the array. So start a while loop and it runs till the left is smaller than right, and we keep swapping until the pointer's mate means left is smaller than right, and swap the element by using the JavaScript swapping nums of left, nums of right, and nums of right, nums of left, and left plus plus, right minus minus. So this helper function is the heart of this solution. Now so let's write the now original function our original way. So first we have to reverse the whole array, means complete array, entire array. Reverse nums 0th index and n minus 1. Then reverse the first key element. For that, reverse nums 0th index k minus 1, and in last reverse the remaining element. Reverse nums and start from the k until the n minus 1. So let's run this now. Where is k already defined? Okay, I already get this here k. I have to remove this let. Just it passed both the test case. Let's submit the solution. Now see this accepted test case means and the time complexity for this solution is big of n because we are only traverse the one array means for one for loop, and the space complexity is the big of 1 because this is in place and perfect for the interview. So brute force is easy but slow one, and not for the higher number of the large array constant. And the reverse method is fast and efficient. That's why reverse method is the best choice. So to summarize this, always reduce k using the modulo operator, and learn the brute force for clarity, but use reverse method for the interviews. Thank you for watching. If this helped you, like, comment and subscribe to JD Codebase.